Magician is just one of the jobs on Dr. Bob Stewart's resume.
I have a lot of Austrian Swarovski.
Jewelry designer is another.
The F-80. This is the F-84. This is the F-86. This is an Air Sea Rescue SA-16.
He's an aviation enthusiast, author, and decorated Korean War veteran.
All I could think about was those fellas in that machine gun nest were going to come over and finish me off.
Stewart served in the Philippines, 1,600 miles from Korea, in a separate battle against the communists.
Here I am in the control tower at Clark Field.
He was an air traffic controller and a pilot.
That happens to be me. I was 21 years old.
He remembers when enemy guerrillas spotted his unarmed reconnaissance plane.
Their favorite activity was shooting at our airplanes. It was a .50 caliber machine gun nest that they had set up. It hit my engine. The engine immediately caught fire, and I looked out at my right wing, and suddenly it was full of holes.
Stewart crash landed and was wounded. An Army half-track with mounted machine guns showed up just in time to neutralize the enemy.
So I credit saving my life to the U.S. Army.
And there were other close calls.
I was in a personnel carrier with, 6 or 7 other guys, I guess. And all of a sudden, a machine gun fire opened up on us. The driver had been killed. The vehicle rolled over into a ditch. I was the only one that escaped alive.
And then there was the near crash landing in a C-47.
All of a sudden, I saw tracer bullets coming up at me. And they were shooting at me. We were so thankful that these communist gunners weren't very good shots. I could have crashed and exploded right there on the runway. At that time, it wasn't my time to go.
After the war, Stewart worked as an air traffic controller at Edwards Air Force Base in California. This is where pilots like Chuck Yeager pushed the boundaries of aviation. Yeager, a retired brigadier general with the Air Force, broke the sound barrier and tested rocket-powered aircraft that would become part of the Space Shuttle program. And Bob Stewart will never forget the time he got to tag along on a test flight.
I got to fly with Chuck Yeager. Test was to go up to 20,000 feet, cut the power, and auto-rotate in a free fall.
And Stewart would suit up again, this time in Colorado.
I was 62 years old. That was my last flight, and I flew out here at Centennial Airport with a group called the Skyfighters. Oh, I just enjoyed the heck out of that.
Now 83, he enjoys quiet moments at home in Northglenn with his wife, Carol. He's mastered many crafts: magic, jewelry, books, flying, and surviving 3 near-death experiences. He talked about those recently in Arvada, speaking to a group of fellow veterans. He holds every one of them in the highest regard.
I feel every one of them was a hero to serve their country. When you took that oath, every one of them was a hero.